Hello Capricorns. Today we are going to be looking at the forecast for April. We will be examining it within 12 different houses. The first house will be responsible for the most important things for you this month. The second house will be money, travel, love, family, and most importantly, when we reach the 10th house, you'll have the chance to make a wish and we'll see how quickly it comes true, or if it comes true at all. And for many of you, it will turn out that if you're watching this and haven't yet had a chance to make a wish, the events that are going to be reflected in these cards, they will gently guide you towards specific outcomes and the realization of everything you've been hoping for. Alright, so we are going to begin now the first house or the first Girem. So what exactly is going to be most important for you this coming month, and the most significant thing for you throughout this entire month is going to be, it means that old problems will finally disappear. You are transitioning to a completely new phase. The period is ending when your new ventures were stuck, unable to be realized. And now precisely is the time when you will begin to move forward openly. The sun's map has been revealed, yes, precisely for your path, for your life's journey, and everything will start to work out for you. The most important idea for many might play out related to a child. This could be actions indeed related to a child. Yes, some concerns or troubles connected with children. Okay, and it doesn't matter if it's a boy or a girl. Let's see what else could be key here. But the main thing here, Capricorns, is you are in control. This is your life's position, your female energy, which will rule this month. This should be a very successful month for you. So let's open up your financial house. Let's take a look at what's going to be laid out here for your finances. And regarding your finances, you're going to have to work very, very hard. I can see that the upcoming month is going to be quite active. You'll be facing some significant partnership agreements, and for some of you, there might even be a change in leadership. This is where it can become apparent that one person might come to replace another. This means the leader himself could change, and you will have to truly prove your place in this life. Yes, that you are capable, that you cannot just work, but demonstrate your skill. Will money be open to you? Of course, money will be open and people will be very well disposed towards you. And I see that the events here will be such that you will be emotional and work, and you will receive enough of what you want. Alright then, so let's discuss the third house. The third house, you see, is the house that represents roads and all kinds of journeys. Let's see if Capricorns will have such journeys, or if these might be some planned trips, perhaps for work or with family. Let's take a look at what interesting things we have here. No new paths are opening up here, but a rather complex and challenging situation is unfolding. This situation will be of a deeply personal nature. There might be significant emotional concerns here connected to a specific individual, a person. This is not necessarily a confrontational or conflict-ridden situation. It could potentially involve his health, perhaps an illness. These could be the problems of a man, issues that you will find yourself needing to resolve, but then again, these might also be of an official or formal nature, correct? This individual could be very close to you, perhaps a dear friend or even a family member. However, despite all of these connections, you will still need to offer him some assistance. This is where his problems will surface, his difficult and painful condition through which you will also have to go. I don't see any paths here, but expect this month some unexpected turns of fate, specifically connected, yes, specifically connected with other people. When your help is needed, you'll need to stay balanced, and through it all, give warmth and peace. To these people, because this is someone who is truly your own. You will find yourselves needing to share something, but at the same time, it's revealed that your sense of equilibrium, it will naturally be present, yes, because your month itself is very fortunate. But still, you must be cautious to preserve this balance. And what exactly is it that awaits you within your family? Well, now, what exactly is it that awaits you right here in your family? Within your family, you will be proving your point. A certain specific path of your own is opening up for you, or perhaps a new idea or concept that you will want to discuss and then implement within your family. Of course, it seems that many people won't quite like it, and you will have to stand firm and defend your opinion. You might feel like certain obstacles are appearing, but that's just talk. It's merely the words of people who essentially have the right to express their opinion on whether you should do it or not. And from what I can tell, this is a man. It might be your husband. This could be your very own family arrangement, couldn't it? Because I observed that this is clearly a family environment with children, a family and a man, isn't it? And your whole idea perhaps might well create an interference, for these family plans. Maybe you'll want to either change your job or bring some clarity into your own life, won't you? You will, of course, be discussing this within your family, and there will be some kind of small argument, which in essence will resolve itself for you very, very favorably and smoothly. There will be no conflicts. Nothing will happen here. And I see that later the topic of some kind of future relocation might be brought up, right? So this future relocation might be discussed, but not anytime soon. I would even say that this could take a year, or perhaps within the year, yes, the situation might just unfold. For now, this can only be a topic of discussion. But what awaits those ladies who are still waiting for their true love? Let's take a look at what awaits you in love. And in love, what is revealed? Well, what exactly is revealed here then? I see our ladies here are quite self-sufficient, aren't they? And here people can comfortably spend their time not merely experiencing solitude, but actually formulating their very own specific plans. You see, these could be professional work plans, or perhaps plans for their business ventures, or even for the establishment of strategic partnership agreements, right, in which you yourself will be taking the lead. But you can always put your own personal matters on the back burner. Yes, that is, you're postponing them for later. But still, for those who want to meet their special someone, let's see if April brings such a meeting, such an acquaintance. Yes, an acquaintance will happen. And I see that there will be an acquaintance with two people. For some, this will be an older person who is very intelligent and wise. Yes, this person could later become a good friend to you. And for some, a young man will appear who will at some point be missing you, and you might unexpectedly precisely meet or get acquainted. Yes, but for you, this could also develop into a romantic acquaintance and into exactly those kinds of meetings that you would spend together. And here, for you, a true celebration and great joy are defined. This signifies that the person you encounter, the one with whom you will form a new acquaintance, will be perfectly suitable and harmonious for you. The sixth house. The sixth house is traditionally known as the house of illnesses or various problems on the physical level. Yes? So what might come your way here, Capricorns? Let's take a closer look. You might be feeling a little bit under the weather, but it could simply be a feeling of exhaustion. It's quite possible that you've pushed yourself a little too hard, and now you have a wonderful chance to get some rest. So don't just relax. You can go out somewhere into nature. You can bring along any loved ones, a brother, a sister, a child. So whoever you bring along, you must go out into nature, into the fresh air, right to the earth. And under such conditions, your body will feel harmonious because it's evident that your mind is already a bit divided. Your state is somewhat sluggish, and you will definitely need to take a break sometime in the middle of the month. So what do we see in the seventh house? In the seventh house, we will see contracts, agreements, or some kind of paperwork, or perhaps even something else that's related to documents. Well, let's take a look. For many Capricorns, a situation will unfold where a project you've long been planning will finally gain clarity. Yes, clarity in a material sense. Yes, this isn't just money coming in, but rather long-term financial gains. If these are investments, they could subsequently bring some very good dividends. And I see that any agreements that are going to be made here between you and someone else, they will absolutely need to be formally documented. Yes. So everything you're going to be doing, especially concerning your partnership matters, it absolutely has to be put down in writing. I see that for you, the month of April, it is very, very favorable for this. The eighth house. The eighth house represents what must depart from your life. It doesn't necessarily mean that you are destined to lose something important. No. Sometimes a specific period arrives when you are truly required to let go of something. It's something that simply needs to move away from you. So it no longer hinders your ability to live your life fully and move forward. So let's take a closer look and see what this might be, and if such an event will manifest for you this April. And here's the thing, you see, there are no losses here, there are certain investments. These could be monetary investments, but you'll find yourself worrying that they might not bring you the greater return what you truly desire. And therefore, the emotions you'll experience this April, you will project onto another person, onto someone who was involved with you in this situation. Yes, it might not be just one person, it could be two, but the situation itself indicates that this is incorrect. There should be no conflict here regarding this matter. Money will certainly be there. It will arrive a little later. Let's add one more for a complete understanding. Yes, the Two of Swords. And certainly, you will find yourself in a situation where you'll simply be waiting. Yes? This balance, it will precisely lead you to exactly what you are expecting. If you are expecting money, then it will absolutely come your way. If you are anticipating some major changes, then please be prepared to welcome them, because these transformations are already very much on their way to you. So, the ninth house. The ninth house represents plans you're nurturing in your mind, but haven't yet realized anywhere, and probably haven't even tried to. Let's see what little thing you've planned for yourself. You don't really have any plans of your own, do you? You're thinking and worrying about someone, aren't you? There are ladies watching me now who are caught up in worrying about a certain man. A man who has either stepped aside and doesn't want to communicate right now, or has somehow behaved incorrectly, leaving you in a state of complete confusion. However, your concerns are entirely baseless. This individual will appear. This individual will appear and explain the circumstances. You will gain a full understanding of the matter. I'll tell you something even more significant. There could be a particular point of disagreement here, which will ultimately be resolved, and it will certainly be resolved in your favor, because these discussions are not confrontational in any way. No, they simply possess a rather debatable nature. But at the same time, it's clear this whole topic ends with the world map. This means that if the person you're worried about, who isn't with you right now, will reach out, there will be communication, a conversation, and all your plans concerning them will certainly come true. Everything will be fine for you. The 10th house is precisely the place where you can make a wish, isn't it? I can start shuffling the deck right now, and at that very moment, I want you to think of what you would truly like to receive for yourself in the month of April. Let's focus specifically on April. Will your wish truly manifest for you in April? Your wish is absolutely going to come true. It's already underway for you, isn't it? Those ladies who specifically wished for their own personal growth, or perhaps a brand new encounter, right? Or perhaps you simply have a secret admirer you'd like to meet. This meeting is sure to happen, and if you simply made a wish, then of course it will come true, and it will happen very quickly. It will come true in mid-April, the 11th house. The 11th house, it represents those individuals who are prepared to offer you assistance. These are your friends or perhaps people who are very close to you in spirit. Yes? And we'll take a look at what exactly will be connecting you with them this April. Will you find yourselves in such situations? But in April, you will have a reconciliation with someone. I see there was some minor disagreement, and what's more, it was a good friend. This was a person who is like a support for you. This person is very complex, right? He might not be the one to initiate the truce and come to you first, and it's highly probable that you will be the one making the initial moves, because a man simply cannot easily bring himself to overcome his own pride and feelings. For him, this entire situation will be incredibly difficult. However, I do see that you will be very sensible and you will take steps towards this person which will lead to a discussion and a reconciliation between you. Let's add one more for a better understanding. Yes, of course, a reconciliation is inevitable here because you are connected to each other. You're not just connected, this is a karmic bond. Perhaps you've known each other for a very long time, or your friendship has endured for many years, or even since childhood, right? And this indicates that no matter where you find yourselves, you will still reconnect, you will reach a truce, and you will be the one to make the first moves. The 12th house is the house of your adversaries, or the house of those individuals who might cause you some trouble here, or perhaps create some kind of obstacle or interference. Let's take a look now and see if there are any such. You might find yourself in April in a situation where you are simply blindly carrying some problems, and it seems to you that someone else might be to blame for this. But in actual fact, that's not the case at all. You'll face some issues initially, specifically in early April. A portion of these problems will resolve. They will come to an end for you. From the middle of April onwards, you will enter into a very peaceful and harmonious month. Yes, when money will start coming in, won't it? We're not just seeing money, good fortune will accompany you, and everything you've planned for yourself will come to pass. April is a very favorable month for Capricorns, and we can see that from the forecast. And I want to say that we are now looking at a house where your enemies could be reflected. They are not present here. This simply goes to show that people will be very favorably inclined towards you. Those individuals who will be walking right alongside you, they will bring you nothing but peace and goodness.